cancer in America. I wish I would have known that.
Call Blackburn Foundation Repair for radon testing and mitigation.
Calling all basketball teams, it's time to box out the competition. The Box Out Basketball Tournament's taking over the Box Elder Event Center May 29th through 31st. The tournament's open to 5th through 10th grade boys and girls with limited team spots available. Friday and Saturday feature pool play, leading to Sunday's bracket play for the win. Fast-paced games, big plays, unforgettable moments at the best facility. Register now at thebox.live.
At Dakota Bank, we're more than just a place to bank. We're your neighbors. From everyday banking to home mortgages, insurance, and trust services, we're here for every step of your financial journey. We believe in doing what's right for you because we live here, work here, and care about our communities just like you do. Go with confidence. Go with trust. Go with Dakota Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Insurance and investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, and have no bank guarantee.
Hi, I'm Tim Wrench, and I'm seeking personal injury cases. If you've been injured because someone else did something wrong, call me up. I'm a trial lawyer. I've tried criminal and civil cases for decades, and I can use all of that experience to help you. I also know this, that when insurance companies know that you're represented by a trial lawyer, they take your claim more seriously, and if it is to be settled, it's settled better with a trial lawyer. Wrench Law, 605-341-1111, wrenchlaw.com.
KIMM Rapid City and K294BT Rapid City, the Black Hills Sports Station, 106.7 FM and 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.
What you need to know.
Dallas Cowboys are no longer negotiating a long-term deal with wide receiver George Pickens. They placed the franchise tag on Pickens. It's worth $27.3 million, but Pickens has yet to sign that tag. In college football, Alabama has given head football coach Kalen DeBoer a new contract and it pays him $12.5 million annually on the new 7-year deal. Spurs center Victor Wembanyama will have more tests done today after suffering a concussion in last night's Game 2 loss to Portland. Game 3 is Friday in Portland. ESPN reports the Spurs haven't decided if Wembanyama will be able to make that trip. Magic and Pistons tonight, 7 Eastern, Suns and Thunder at 9:30 Eastern time, both Game 2s. Arkansas freshman guard Darius Acuff Jr. is entering the NBA draft. BYU freshman A.J. DeBonsa will announce his future intentions tomorrow. Marlins top the Cards 4-1. Angels over the Jays 7-3. Orioles beat Kansas City 8-6. Astros blank the Guardians 2-0. I'm Dan Beyer.
It's time for South Dakota's Sports Talk Show. This is the Nate Brown Show, featuring live callers, great interviews, and thought-provoking sports talk. From the biggest national names to the hottest stories across South Dakota. Welcome to the Nate Brown Show. Here's your host, Nate Brown.
All right, welcome in. Good Wednesday afternoon to you. I hope you're doing great. Yeah, I really do. Thanks for making this show possible. We're back live on South Dakota Sports Talk Show, the Nate Brown Show on Fox Sports Radio. It's always a great day in South Dakota, warming up just a little bit. This is wild, man. South Dakota spring weather, 70s, 80s, 90, and then you go to like 40s. We're tough up here. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here. The Nate Brown Show is on KWSN, Fox Sports Sioux Falls. Great sports station. Glad to be on KWSN and Fox Sports Rapid City, the leader in the Black Hills. Welcome in, and I've got you on Twitter as well. Stream us live right now at Nate Brown Show. Watch us live. Welcome in on X, Twitter, whatever you call it. We are there at Nate Brown Show. Answer our question of the day, and if you can, the Twitter polls are quite something these days. Elon, come on, man. Find us at Nate Brown Show on X and watch us live on YouTube right now, The Nate Brown Show. Subscribe to the channel, The Nate Brown Show. YouTube is up. I had some people tell me they were watching the YouTube show in their living room yesterday. That is something. Yeah, I mean, we're everywhere. The channel is The Nate Brown Show on YouTube. And settle in on Midwest Sports Plus. If you don't have the high school sports streaming app, I would get it. Live games all year long. And Midwest Sports Plus is the new app. The Nate Brown Show is live there. Wednesday's show, let's look at it. Let's try and put in some work. Talk high school to college to the pros. We're going to hit it all tonight. Craig Mattick's on. East River meets West River. Craig with a weekly hitter. SDPB live from Sioux Falls. We'll go to Brian Noe tonight, Fox Sports Radio, national host. I wish he was a host all week long, but we get him one time. I wish he was on Fox Sports Radio. You know, Brian Noe does a great job on the weekends. His show is Countdown on Saturday and Sundays. Brian Noe is in tonight from Las Vegas. Jake Sorensen's coming up from Nebraska. How about the Memorial Stadium plans? Big plans there. And then the Big Ten is talking today about college football playoff. The College Football Playoff Committee met today. What was decided? Anything? I mean, we have these board meetings. We have all of these meetings from South Dakota and beyond to the College Football Playoff Committee, and I want to know what was decided today. Jake Sorensen's coming up, 93.7 The Ticket in Lincoln. And finally, Chris Hansen on the show for the first time. Chris Hansen's an Oregon Ducks beat writer for the Eugene Register-Guard. We'll talk Big Ten and a big highlight for a South Dakota athlete at Oregon. That's coming up from Chris Hansen, live from Eugene, Oregon. The Nate Brown Show inviting you on. We got a debate today. It's the debate of all debates. And I don't just say that. It is the debate of all debates. You have to have a take and don't stink today, okay? 605-720-1067. That's our number. Pizza Ranch Studio Hotline. Powered by the Pizza Ranch. 2 great locations for you. It's dropped by the Brandon location. Pizza Ranch is outstanding. One of the best Fun Zone arcades you can have for the kids. So come for the buffet, stay for the arcade, send off the kids. You're good to go. East 10th Street, Sioux Falls. Outstanding location. It is the Pizza Ranch, home of everyone's favorite buffet. Hit us on the text line as well, 605-720-1067. You're wanting to have a good Wednesday afternoon, so be a part of the program on the Barron's Wilson text line, 605-720-1067. All right. I told you we're going to have the debate of all debates. It's not the first time this has been talked about on sports radio, so I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I'm not reinventing. However, I want to do a slight twist on this debate of all debates because seems like we always think today is the athletes of today are just better no matter what. Do you think that? Because I see that we have great athletes. They're strong, they're fast, they're big, they're talented. I mean, I see the advancements that we made, and then you throw in the analytics, and boy, we're just smarter, we're better, we're everything, right? So we seem to forget that there's still been great players back in the day, and I'm still going to fight this fight. But I'm wondering if I'm losing this fight now. So I want you to help me out. I want you to hit me on the text line, Pizza Ranch Studio Hotline. It's the debate of all debates, and I'm going to have it today off of the performance from last night. So last night, LeBron James, your favorite, he might be your favorite. LeBron James had 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. You say, he did? It was late at night. It was against the Rockets. They don't play any defense and whatever. Colin Cowherd and other people are arguing to say that you look at LeBron James today, 41 years old, and I was watching the game last night. We were watching it actually with my family. And I was watching. I'm like, it's quite something. 41 years old. The guy's doing stuff. He's blowing by guys. He's scoring. He's not just a role player. He's not just like Michael Jordan back in the day with the Wizards late in his career. I mean, you have to give some credit. I'm a basketball fan, so I have to kind of step back here in South Dakota with some common sense and say, LeBron James at 41 years old, you got to admit, that's amazing activity. It's amazing play. He's at this level. And I was asked last night in my family, well, is he's just not going to give it up? He's just going to keep going? I said, I think he's going to keep playing next year. I think the guy's going to come back at 42. And then I'm sitting here going, this is basketball, man. This isn't baseball. I know you guys love baseball. People say, oh, the basketball guys sit out and load manage, whatever. LeBron James has been playing for 23 years. He's 41 years old, and basketball is a taxing sport. I mean, you guys have to understand, this isn't baseball. hey, we're playing. Yeah, we're out in the outfield. Okay, good. I get 4 at-bats a game. Yeah. I'm not telling you the athleticism, the skill, and the thing. I'm telling you the taxing physicality of basketball. And LeBron James is sitting here doing this at 41. So I got to take a step back. Am I losing this fight, the fight of my time? I am a Michael Jordan fan. I have never abandoned Michael Jordan as the greatest player of all time. And I don't know how a guy like me, I'm stuck in my ways. Can I ever change my opinion? Should this be at least a discussion in my mind, in your mind? Should it be a discussion today, the debate of all debates? People are now saying, you hear Collins say, man, Michael Jordan wasn't like this at 41 years old. So everybody's saying, look at LeBron now. After last night, he's still going at 28 points, 8 boards, and 7 assists. He's 41 years old. Does that mean he has a better career? Can you even start that discussion, at least thinking about that LeBron James' career is better than Michael Jordan's? Because I've never wanted to do it. I've argued with my unpaid production staff. These guys know a lot. I've argued with them for years. They were telling me this 6 years ago. They were saying, LeBron, look at it. Look at the numbers. Look at the longevity. Look at this. Look at his what he's done and his physical presence and the whole thing of how he does the numbers. And I've always said, Michael's got 6 titles. Michael Jordan's the best of all time. If he would have played this long, if he wouldn't have went into college and played at North Carolina, he'd have some more numbers, the MVPs, the whole thing. And I'm going to throw it out one more time tonight. I'm throwing out the debate one more time. Just after last night, now everybody's starting to think, can you say LeBron James' career is better than Michael Jordan's? My question of the day on the Nate Brown Show, the all-time debate, and I don't know if there's guys out there that just we just can't change our minds. I'm one of them. When it comes to Michael Jordan, I'm one of them. And I'm not going down this road. Oh, LeBron, well, now that he's playing this long and he's playing this well, I see it last night. I think you can admit last night that Michael Jordan's not doing that with the Washington Wizards back in the day. You can admit that. Do you then have to admit, well, when you look at the overall numbers, aside from the championships, LeBron has how many guys? 4. So LeBron has 4. I'm going to say 3. That bubble COVID deal was iffy. They won, I guess. The COVID bubble thing was iffy in 2020. Let's all admit. So I'll give it to him anyway. 4 titles. Can LeBron James be considered having a better career than Michael Jordan? Career. People always debate this. That's my spin tonight. People always debate it as who's the best player. And my unpaid production staff always said, you look at the talent, you look at the physicality and the style of player he is. My unpaid production staff has told me, well, LeBron James is a better player. And I've never said that. The Jordan thing, the killer instinct, the clutch shots, the 6 titles, 3 peats. I mean, give me a break. So I still can't quite jump the shark. I can't quite get over the edge. But do I at least have to have that in my mind? Can you put LeBron James at his age and his performance and how he's going? He's going to even come back next year. He said after last night's game, I don't know how much postseason I have left in my career. It didn't sound like it's like, yeah, I'm wrapping it up. And when he's playing like that, you're going, I guess you have to think this through at least a little bit. You have to think it through a little bit. I know my age here is telling me, oh, I'm Michael Jordan, and I'll never let that go. I'm just trying to be open-minded. Can we be open-minded today? I don't really want to be, no. But can we be open-minded? Can LeBron James be considered better career than Michael Jordan? Thanks for calling. You're live, and you go ahead.
Hey, Nate. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. What do you say?
Good. Hey, so this is one topic that I will never, ever, ever move off my stand. I absolutely despise LeBron James.
Okay.
Like,
so you don't like him. You don't like him.
No. No, so longevity, sure. Like he's played a long time. He's stayed healthy. He's played a lot of games. Good for him. But he has to tell people he's the greatest. He's like a self-promoter, and not saying Michael Jordan wasn't a self-promoter, but like LeBron, he flops and then he'll look to the refs and he'll beg for fouls, and he's always just the way he plays the game and just his attitude, like he disqualifies himself from the GOAT conversation.
Wow.
Stats are one thing, but just as a person, like he will never be my number one ever.
Okay, so you're kind of like me, but you're even hardliner. You're even more hardline. By the way, are you more interested in your Wolves or your Wild? Let me ask you.
Bro, I grew up 5 miles from the border in Minnesota, in Canada, and okay. I'm a hockey nut. And I have a Cal Clutterbuck jersey that I will donate to your studio if we beat the Stars. I don't even care if we go to the finals. We just got to get out of the first round. Okay,
I just wanted to give you your hockey platform. That's all I wanted to do. I
thank you, Nate. I appreciate you. Go Wild. And yes, I do. I'm rooting for the Timberwolves, but that Denver series that's a riot, man.
Yeah, well, it's going to be good.
Talk about entertaining basketball.
Yes, I'm with you. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you.
All right.
Thanks for getting in. All right, McJudgerson checking in. Long-time show. First time, no. Long time. Thank you, McJudgerson. 605-720-1067, the Pizza Ranch Studio Hotline, the Nate Brown Show. The debate of all debates is always who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. It's happy, people have talked about it. How long now? A long time. And my deal is, who has had a better career? Would you say, let's put it this way. So Aaron Rodgers, I think, is coming back, right? Who knows? Maybe he's in the darkness right now. I don't know. But Aaron Rodgers coming back. He's old now as well. And so would you tell me that Aaron Rodgers, playing this long, ends up having a better career than Peyton Manning, for example? Because you can't talk Tom Brady. He had a long career and all the titles. Michael Jordan's career wasn't as long, skipped some parts in the middle as well for the baseball thing. And so then people say, well, look at LeBron. Look at his numbers. He's passing Michael Jordan. Look at his stats. Look at his 23 years in the league. 41 years old, 28 points last night. He's still the best player on the Lakers. And so people say that Michael Jordan never did that. So you can't. Would you tell me Aaron Rodgers? He comes back, he plays again, like playing like this. Is he better than Peyton Manning? You wouldn't tell me that. Everybody would consider Peyton Manning better career than Aaron Rodgers, and he only has one more Super Bowl? That's it. Than Aaron. So it's not like it's a couple more titles like Jordan has over LeBron. You see what I mean? So I don't know if you can go down this. The longevity, the whole thing. I think it's just this. LeBron at this age, I don't know what it is. What is this, AI or what? He's really strong. He's really fast. He's really taking care of his body. I mean, he is high level right now. I don't think that tells me he has a better career than Michael Jordan. That's what I'm saying. And Colin Cowherd and others today saying, man, Jordan, he wasn't like this. I can't go there yet, and I guess I'm telling you, I just won't. Thanks for calling. Is LeBron's career more impressive than Michael Jordan's? You're live, and you go ahead.
Hey Nate, thanks for taking my call.
You bet. What do you say?
Oh man, I mean, it's always so funny. Like it's like you got Jordan people and you got people that like LeBron. Like I mean, it's like
will they change? Can we change?
I just don't think you can compare them, right? Like it's just different. Like I would take Michael Jordan all day long, but that's because I like Michael Jordan. I think like the thing that LeBron did was he changed teams, to go. To build those like super teams in Miami. And, if he would have been in Cleveland the whole time, would people view him differently? I mean, unbelievable player. He's taking care of his body. Like, I just prefer Michael Jordan's style more, and I think that Michael Jordan, like his, he kind of blended better with society than LeBron has. I think, like, more different sects of the society there. Like, he just blended in better, and people liked him better.
Yeah, no, I think that's right too. He didn't. He's less controversial. I know that. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Thanks for getting in. I just wonder if you ask somebody under 30, does anybody say, "Yeah, I think Michael Jordan's still the best"? No, I mean, I think the under 30 guys, LeBron James, and you're a moron if you say the under 30 guys tell us we're just so stupid. We're dumb. We're old. You sound like an old guy. You can't say Michael Jordan's better. Look at the numbers. That's the under 30 guy. And then I think the over 35, 30 guy, the over 30 guy, well, you can't say LeBron James. Come on. LeBron James? Is that we're just stuck? Are we stuck? Let's see. Lister text, I'll take Kobe over LeBron. I can't go there. I mean, Kobe's great, too. I mean, he's great, but I can't go there. I mean, you have to look at the numbers. LeBron has the numbers. He has the numbers at 23 years playing. He has 4 titles, I guess. The COVID one, but 4 titles. But he had to go to the Heat, and he teamed up with Bosh and Dwayne Wade. I mean, it's just one of those things. But people have said, look at LeBron's career. Is that better than Michael Jordan's? I at least have thought about it. I used to just poo-poo it. I was like, no, you can't even consider it. What if LeBron James still plays at a high level? He's doing this 42, 43 years old. What if he somehow took the Lakers and got him back? I mean, you'd have to at least think about it, guys. Lister text, I totally agree with McJudgerson calling in. LeBron never being the GOAT. He only wins on longevity. That's what is saying. LeBron only wins on longevity. Lister text, who's Michael Jordan? Yeah, give me a break. I'm going to come. Who is that? I'm going to come after you. I'll get... nice. Lister text, would LeBron have lasted 23 years if he played against the bad boy Pistons? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think LeBron would have actually demolished Bill Laimbeer. I think Bill Laimbeer, he was a tough guy, and LeBron would have absolutely demolished him. So, I don't know about, the Oakley days and the Piston days, and it was rough and the whole thing. I think we just have to credit LeBron with the type of, I mean, he is something else, a physical specimen, the talent, the longevity, the health right now. I mean, that is something. That is something. It opens my mind. I can't ever get the spot away from Michael Jordan myself, but I've been more open-minded than ever before after like that last night. I'm like, this is quite something what I watch. I covered Michael Jordan back with the Wizards, guys, when I was back in D.C. It was late. And he was a shell of himself. A shell of himself. So, let's see. A listener text. I do believe LeBron James has given a lot more back to society than Michael Jordan has. LeBron James doing the underprivileged school, college tuition, etc. Huh. Interesting. LeBron taking some heat, but now getting some support. Listener text, one more. If you want to frame the Jordan versus LeBron this way, it's Professor X versus Magneto or Optimus Prime versus Megatron. One is a hero and one is a villain. Wow. One is a hero and one is a villain. That's interesting. I will say this. People like Michael Jordan a lot better. The younger generation likes LeBron James and think he is the all-timer. Very interesting scenario. What a career. I mean, it's a great career. I'm still going Jordan. Brian Noe is in that healthy conversation, I think. He's like, is he my age? Is Brian a little younger? I don't know. We'll see. Brian Noe's been around the block on this. We got a lot to discuss. Draft is tomorrow. Brian Noe, Fox Sports Radio, host of Countdown to Kickoff. He's live coming up.
This is the Nate Brown Show.
Save big money in your next outdoor project when you shop at Menards. Pittsburgh's Ultra Advanced Semi-Transparent Exterior Stain and Sealant in 1 can be applied to damp wood, allowing you to clean the surface and stain in 1 day. Save big on Ultra Advanced Wood Stain today. View our entire selection of stain and accessories on Menards.com. Plus, check out our weekly flyer to find all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
How do you make a buffet day even better? Make it a play day. The Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade is your place for good food and good times. Won the big game? Make it a play day. Aced your test? Make it a play day. Just need to get out of the house? Make it a play day. The Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade has all your favorites and all kinds of fun. So bring your family, bring your friends, bring your team. For good food and good times, make it a buffet day and a play day at the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade.
Are you searching for a new vehicle? At Spearfish Motors, we have pre-owned vehicles in every price range, from budget-friendly to like-new luxury. We've got the selection you want and a price that can't be beat. Heavy-duty diesels, light-duty pickups, roomy family SUVs, and sporty sedans. All locally sourced and all priced below market. Click, call, or come by Spearfish Motors today or shop anytime at spearfishmotors.com.
Here's your Fox Sports Rapid City forecast. A red flag warning continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Lows level off around 47. Tonight, under partly cloudy skies, westerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. A blend of clouds and sun again tomorrow. Chance for showers. Daytime highs approaching 59. A dusting of snow tomorrow night through Friday night. That's your forecast on the Black Hills Sports Station, Fox Sports Rapid City. Currently 88.
Being in business has its rewards as well as its challenges. It means being the first one in the door in the morning and turning off the lights when you leave at night. Your business is unique, and you need a bank that understands your needs. You deserve the best. You need a financial partner that is invested in your success. You need Pioneer Bank and Trust. Don't settle. Pioneer. Pioneer Bank and Trust. Local.
Pioneer Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? This is State Farm Agent Matt McCormick. Let me help you simplify and get to a better state. With me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. Even more money, too. Because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40%. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and get to a better state with State Farm. 348-0464.
Mr. Liquor's the only place to find select bottles of bourbons and whiskeys custom etched with the most popular South Dakota landmarks, including Mount Rushmore, Pactola, and Sheridan Lakes, plus the B21 Raider Edition. Your choice for just $39.99. Or check out the brand new Jefferson Bourbon custom etched bottle celebrating America's 250th birthday. Also, save $11 off a $7.50 bottle of Crown Royal Chocolate, now only $19.99. Mr. Liquor, off Catron next to Walmart, or on the corner of West Chicago and Sturgis Road in Rapid City.
Live callers, big-time interviews, and breaking sports news. This is South Dakota's sports talk show, The Nate Brown.
All right, welcome back in. The Nate Brown Show is on tonight. KWSN, Fox Sports Sioux Falls. Welcome in, Fox Sports Rapid City. Just getting going on a Wednesday. Good guest lineup tonight. If you've listened to the show at all, you've heard our bumper music, right? We go like 95% 80s, 90s. So that should tell you where I land on the Michael Jordan, LeBron James situation. Is that okay? The Nate Brown Show is live. Brian Noe is in. He hosts Countdown on Fox Sports Radio. I think he should have an everyday show. That's my endorsement. Do I need to put in any words? That's my endorsement. Brian Noe, Fox Sports Radio. Find him on X at The Noe Show, and he's here on the Nate Brown Show tonight. Brian, welcome in. How are you?
I'm great, Nate Brown. Always good to be with you, man. I have no problem with you moonlighting as my agent. That would be just fine with me. So if you got a little extra time, yeah, I'll get you 10. We might even talk 15% just based on principle over here, Nate Brown. You got some pizzazz to you.
Okay, I will see what I can do. I have a question. It's not original. It's been recycled. I've got a little twist on it. It's after last night. You're watching the NBA playoffs, and you see LeBron James and the Lakers win. LeBron goes 28 points, 8 boards, 7 assists, 41 years old. My family's watching it, and they asked me this question. It says, LeBron how long is he going to play? And I just stopped. I'm like, this is something. I mean, this is quite something. I was back in D.C. when Michael Jordan was wrapping up his career with the Wizards. I was actually back there in that media market. And Michael Jordan wasn't this. But I'm a Michael Jordan guy, and now the debate that I'm asking is, who's had a better career? I'm not saying who the best player. People say, well, Jordan, there's better career, Michael Jordan still or LeBron James at 41 years old and all the stat records?
It's still Jordan. I mean, it's a good question, but it's not that different than the typical question you get, like who is better, who's the GOAT. Like LeBron, he's got the longevity. You got to give him credit for that. He's been a marvel when it comes to longevity, and still playing at this level is insanity. But I still go with Jordan in terms of overall greatness, undefeated, winning 6 championships. That's the one thing, man. I hate to even say this, because it sounds like just full-blown hatred, and it really isn't. But when it comes to scoring and the accolades as far as that goes for LeBron is a compiler. That's what he is. Like that, I don't mean that in a negative way. I give him full credit for his longevity. He has 1 scoring title. 1. Jordan had 10 in a row. So it's not even close in terms of that. And I can appreciate someone saying, hey, give me LeBron over 2 decades, and it was just a different era. It was a different day and age when Jordan's playing 80-plus games, and LeBron's done that once in his career to get to 82. So it's just a different time now, and LeBron has taken advantage of this different era, and he's done a marvelous job keeping his body in shape. But no, it's still Jordan for me in terms of who had the better career. Would you rather have 6 rings or would you rather have 4? Would you rather have more MVPs or less MVPs? Would you rather have more scoring titles or less scoring titles? There's a lot of more with Jordan if you just don't look at the career, longevity type compiling marks for LeBron. But I say that in not a hate-filled type of way. It's just, it sounds like it, but it's really not, man. I give LeBron a ton of credit. He's been unbelievable.
Okay, so I put it this way, and it is a generational thing. I think you're kind of in my age category, and I don't think it's just totally that, but guys like me and you will say, well, Jordan's just never going to be passed. I mean, we're Jordan guys, and you give the numbers, and you say it's because of the titles and the scoring titles and the MVPs, and it's all there. But I think people under 30, they would tell you, well, it's LeBron. They look at you and I, they say, well, you guys are stupid. Do you see LeBron James and his physicality and his style and his 41 years old, and you're telling me Michael Jordan's as good as he is?
Well, that's the thing, Nate. There is something to that appreciation. If you never went to go see a particular band or an artist, and you never saw firsthand, and you're just watching some YouTube videos, it's not the same thing. You're not watching these games live if you're of a certain age and you're just a younger guy. So you don't have the same appreciation for Michael Jordan. So I get that. But, I mean, Jordan was just unbelievable, man. And that's the thing with LeBron. LeBron has done a sensational job of making the correct basketball play. He'll take what the defense gives him, and he's done it for his entire career. He's been a sensational playmaker. Jordan was a sensational scorer. But the thing with LeBron is sometimes I want him to be selfish. Sometimes I want him to force it. I don't want him to make the quote-unquote correct basketball play and find Kyle Korver in the corner for an open 3. I want him to force it and to just be that dominating player that can't be stopped. He's not that guy Jordan was.
All right, one more on this. Lister Text sent a message in and said, Jordan made basketball the NBA for America, the masses, and the game just grew like unbelievable with Jordan. LeBron is a global superstar. The game is global. That's LeBron.
I mean, you go back to the Olympics in Barcelona, and Michael Jordan's walking by a billboard that was like a Hulk-size, Godzilla-size Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Like, he's pretty big globally. I don't think his shoes are fading away in terms of sales at all. I see the Jumpman logo everywhere, so I don't really buy that argument.
All right, Brian No's on tonight. Michael Jordan, another point for Jordan. Fox Sports Radio host of Countdown. So let's get another draft. So I had this question for some NFL guys this week. Where are the Raiders when they take Fernando Mendoza tomorrow night? Where are the Raiders in 3 years? Are they in last in the AFC West, or are they in the mix?
Wow, that's a great question, Nate. I like that because we want instant gratification. We're all about just this next season. But to think about the next 3 seasons, yeah, that changes the math quite a bit. I would still forecast them to be in last place just because they've got a lot of work to do. And I think Mendoza can be successful, but more successful than Mahomes, Herbert, your guy Bo Nix? I don't know. And the Raiders, you look at their roster, they got a lot of work to do. And listen, I think they're heading in the right direction. They've made some really wise moves this offseason, but I got a lot of room for growth. And I would, if I, just had to pick a team to finish in last place, say 3 years from now in that AFC West, I would pick the Raiders. While knowing that could be wrong, but that's where my money would be.
Okay, very interesting. You're a Las Vegas guy. Your Raiders, you still put in last in 3 years. You're a Notre Dame guy. So where should you pick Jeremiah Love, a running back, a big-time player? Do you go top 5 with Jeremiah Love?
I think he will be top 5. It's an interesting question, Nate, because he's a running back, but he's a great receiver out of the backfield as well. So you get that added bonus. You could line him up in the slot and get a little hybrid action with Jeremiah Love. And the other thing with this draft, Nate, is positional value isn't really a thing this season, right? Where you look at Jeremiah Love, running back, Sonny Styles, off-ball linebacker, Caleb Downs, safety. Like, there are a lot of guys that aren't these positional value type players. They're not left tackle, quarterback, corner, edge rusher. We don't have as many like blue chip prospects as we have in other drafts. So these guys like Love, Styles, Caleb Downs, they're going to go sooner than they typically would, I believe. So with all that in mind, I could see Jeremiah Love going as high as number 3 overall. Bidwell seems to have hard eyes when it comes to Jeremiah Love. So it wouldn't shock me if he goes 3rd. They're expecting the floor to be 7th to the Washington Commanders. And I'll tell you, just from an entertainment standpoint, I hope he falls out of the top 10 and goes 7th to the Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels and Jeremiah Love in the same backfield, I'm very interested in that. Not as interested as seeing Jacoby Brissett hand Jeremiah Love the football in the desert over there in Phoenix. So I'd rather he slips a little bit and is in probably a better spot in terms of talent around him.
People have talked, Brian, about this NFL draft, not as many stars. You got Mendoza at QB, and then it falls off. And some people say, man, just lackluster. And you and I have talked like, that's not as hyped this year. So the NFL's made a living on, they make this thing a deal. They put it in prime time now on Thursday nights, and it's been huge. Is this just a one-off, and we're back to NFL draft craziness next year, or is this year still going to get big ratings tomorrow?
Oh, I think it'll still get big ratings. It hasn't been as interesting to talk about leading up to it as other years, but I think once it gets going, if you're an NFL fan, how do you just not turn on the TV once during draft night? Are you kidding me? Like, someone's going to do something crazy. You're going to see something on X and like, what did this team just do? They drafted who? You're not going to watch it all. I still think it gets big ratings because we're football obsessed. And, yeah, next year you got all these quarterbacks that project to be first-rounders. We'll see how next season shakes out. But I think you're going to get quite a few next season, and that always fuels the interest. So I think that it's a little bit like March Madness this year, Nate, where March Madness heading into a big game, it's not the greatest thing to talk about in preview, but, man, we love watching, and we'll talk about it after the game and all of that. But I've seen over the years, man, I just don't get a whole lot of buzz heading into March Madness, and this year the draft is a lot like that in my mind. So I think it gets going tomorrow night, and I think once a trade happens, a team reaches for a guy, a high prospect starts to fall, I think there are going to be storylines left and right, and it will be a lot of excitement going on.
NFL Draft tomorrow as we get ready. Fox Sports Radio, he hosts Countdown. It's Brian Noe in on a Wednesday on South Dakota Sports Talk Show. Always great, Brian. I appreciate you. Thanks.
Always great hanging with you, Nate Brown. And if you could just make one thing happen for me, well, two things. Give me a weekday job, 15, maybe 20%. I'm desperate, Nate. And the other thing, can you get David Bailey out of Texas Tech to be the number 2 overall pick?
Wow.
If that's the pick, I think I can retire.
Okay, that's we know where you stand. David Bailey out of Texas Tech is where he wants him to land at number 2. It's going to be interesting after the Mendoza. And there's edge rushers. There's this guy. There's Jeremiah Love. I'll be watching. You guys will be watching Fox Sports Radio live coverage of the NFL Draft tomorrow night. We'll be previewing it here on the program as well. Brian Noe is in. He's a Michael Jordan guy. Listener text coming in. Let's see. Before Jordan, the NBA Finals were on tape delay. And so Jordan did everything to make the league popular to the American masses. But I think if Jordan had social media, he would be just as polarizing as LeBron. Is that right? Michael Jordan on social media, doing this, doing that. That would be interesting. It's totally separate era. Totally separate. And LeBron has ticked off a lot of people, and then people love LeBron and just polarizing, right? Michael Jordan, not nearly that, and so he usually wins the debate of who's the best player. Well, the numbers are there with Jordan, the scoring titles, the NBA Finals, that's there. The longevity with the stats in all the categories are there with LeBron, and he's still going. Listener text coming in, LeBron playing in the league as a 41-year-old is a feat in and of itself. So, no, and I recognize that. I mean, I'm watching that last night going, this guy's still he's a big-time player. He didn't have a huge year. He's a big-time player. 28 points last night for LeBron as the Lakers are up 2-0. Coming right back, let's go Big Ten and Huskers. What are they going to do at Memorial Stadium? Big plans. What's this going to look like? And then the Big Ten has a proposal for the college football playoff. Is this going to be the one people want to do? Jake Sorensen covers the Huskers, former Nebraska alum. What does he think? Is he going to donate to the new stadium? Jake Sorensen, 93.7, the ticket out of Lincoln coming up.
This is South Dakota's Sports Talk.
There's nothing like it. Not for hundreds of miles in any direction. A gathering space for all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds to share, to revel, to stand together and celebrate life's greatest moments.
We are number one, so you can always be their number one. Black Hills Surgical Hospital and Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center. The number one hospital in the nation for major orthopedic surgery.
At Renewal by Andersen, we handle everything from start to finish and beyond. We are your full-service custom replacement solution. Buy one Acclaim replacement window or ensemble entry door and get the second 40% off with no money down, no interest. No, plus an extra 5% off the entire project. If just on RBARapidCity.com to book your free estimate.
What do you call a place? It's one of Deadwood's largest casinos, but is it really a casino? Because you can't decide, should I play or eat or wait? There's a liquor-infused ice cream bar? I mean, you're playing craps one minute and the next you're looking at a charcuterie board? What even is that? Never mind the gunfight outside, you don't have time for that. You've got espressos to down and games to bet on and a pub with 48 whiskeys? What do you even call a place like that?
I didn't know anything about radon. I didn't know it's a gas you can't see or smell. I didn't know it's radioactive from decaying uranium deep underground. It can seep through cracks in your foundation and collect in your house. 1 in 15 homes have high levels, and you don't know if yours is one of them unless you have your home tested. And radon? Well, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in America. I wish I would have known that.
Call Blackburn Foundation Repair for radon testing and mitigation.
There are 1 billion credit card transactions around the world every day. That's 11,698 swipes a second. It's easy to forget that behind each one, there's a person, a family, a dream, a connection being made. The Black Hills Federal Credit Union Visa, for members who want to make the most of every transaction.
All right, South Dakota Sports Talk Show live for you on Fox Sports Radio, KWSN, Fox Sports Sioux Falls, and Fox Sports Rapid City. On your drive home, we're live. Thanks for checking in. If you missed parts of the show, from high school to college to the pros, great interviews across the board this week. Go to the Nate Brown Show podcast. Just search The Nate Brown Show, and then you've got the podcast. You can listen on demand, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, really wherever you get your podcast, search The Nate Brown Show. We had a listener check in. He said, I've got 9 podcasts that I listen to, my favorite podcast, but if you have a bad show, I might not listen for a week. Well, we're doing our best. Craig Mattick's coming up. SDPB. Chris Hansen's on the way from Oregon tonight. We'll talk Big Ten and a huge accomplishment for a South Dakota athlete for the Oregon Ducks. Chris Hansen covers the Oregon Ducks for the Eugene Register Guard. He's the Ducks beat writer. Hey, let's talk Big Ten here at Husker Country. 93.7 The Ticket. He's on in the morning. Early break. Jake Sorensen. I wonder if he's getting ready to donate to this new stadium project. I mean, what's going on? Memorial Stadium, we're going to have big things going on here. Let's talk Huskers and more. Jake, welcome in. How are you?
I'm good, Nate, and that's a lot of pressure to not have a bad show, like you mentioned it on the podcast. Man, that is holding it to a pretty high level there, my friend.
Yeah, and I don't know if he didn't say me, but he said if he listens to 9 podcasts, and if one of them has a bad show, he's out on the whole group. He's out. So we better team up and make this happen today. Okay, so with you, that's why I get great guests like you. Let me ask you the first question of the day. You're younger than me. Okay, so I need somebody's opinion here. LeBron James had 28 points last night, 8 boards, 7 assists. He's 41 years old. I'm a Michael Jordan guy. I do not leave that silo. Will you tell me if LeBron James has had a better career than Michael Jordan?
No, he hasn't. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I mean, obviously he deserves all the discussion. It's not like it's just a hands down, move on to the next question. It's a discussion and a debate worthwhile. But Michael Jordan was, LeBron's been incredible his whole career, but Michael Jordan owned an entire decade. Now, his team it wasn't just him. He had a great team around it, but he was the reason that thing went. So, again, I'm 30. I turn 35 next week. I am younger than you. I think a lot of my people would say LeBron is certainly people would say LeBron, but I have too much respect for Michael Jordan. I think that it's a good conversation. It will never really ever go away, but I will stick with MJ like yourself.
I like it.
In that discussion.
Okay, I like it. Bring one on board for the young crowd. I'm still calling you young. Jake Sorensen in tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to this Husker thing. So first of all, can you kind of fill us in, like, what's this big new project? Is this a massive campaign? Does Memorial Stadium need it? What's up here? Memorial Stadium renovation. What's going on?
Well, I mean, it's a stadium that's over 100 years old, and it needs to get a facelift. It certainly is an iconic venue in college football, and they've done some upgrades. You know, the East Stadium about 15 years ago, they added on to that, and new scoreboard in the last couple of years. But South Stadium is where this project's at, and it just frankly needs a lot of upgrades. This is some of the stuff inside is things that have not really been touched since the 20s or the 30s or the 40s, which is hard to believe, but upgrades are necessary. So, as Nebraska tries to continue to be have a beacon of a stadium, and despite not having great results in the field, they have to do something to keep up with the times. So, it's $600 million is the problem.
Whoa.
And it's getting voted on by regents this week. I think it'll pass. But it's going to be renovation of South Stadium, a massive scoreboard. They're going to make the seats go up higher and reduce capacity, and then add some more. I think almost 30,000 chair backs into the Memorial Stadium. So it'd be a more comfortable view and experience. And I think it looks cool. It looks neat the way that they have designed this. So the renderings looks cool. It's always the fact of how is the build going to go, but I think it's something that's necessary. The spend is scary, but we're at a time when people are spending money like crazy, so why not just keep up with the Joneses?
30,000 chairback, $600 million addition and renovation to Memorial Stadium. So people are looking at all this, the money for that, and then NIL money. Where's the appetite right now in Nebraska for ramping up NIL money? We're talking about the Michigans and Ohio States at $30 to $40 million for football.
I tell you what, it's a very odd time because Nebraska fans kind of have their buckets full in some capacity with the success of Nebraska men's basketball. It's been a great year for Husker baseball and softball. I mean, volleyball is good. Like, the one sport that's dragging is the one that brings in most of the money. So it's so weird because they're pretty happy in general. And then the one that you care about with 5 national titles and the marquee matchups long time is the one that's just kind of been mediocre at best. And so, yeah, we want to keep up with Michigan and Ohio State, and certainly that's going to be the goal forever. But just take a look right now at the last 5 years, Nate, of the NFL draft. Look at this year's draft. Nebraska has no representation, and that tells you where things are at. I looked at something the other day about a kid that's looking at Nebraska and LSU and Ohio State of a tight end. The last 5 years, Nebraska had 7 players drafted. Ohio State had 30. LSU 29, Michigan had 28, and Nebraska's had 7. No first-round picks in 15 years. So it's just, yes, we want to spend the money, but it just feels like we're so far away from being competitive, and it's frustrating. And Nebraska fans are just they're really lost, and they're really sad right now about the state of where things are at. And I think that belief is very low in terms of a turnaround anytime soon. Just to be very honest with you, Nate.
Do you think Nebraska can manage $30 to $40 million every year for football NIL? I mean, can they manage that? Because there's a lot of universities like Wisconsin, they're having to get $15 million from the legislature pumped into athletics. Can Nebraska handle that?
I think so. I mean, here's the thing, Nate. If Nebraska wins at a high level, that money will come in a lot easier, a lot more freely. Right now, it's hard to put all this money into Nebraska football when they're just not, they're not getting the guys. It's not mattering. Even Matt Rule said the other day they couldn't get to the offensive line because they didn't have the money. And I think that people are waiting to put that money in until they see that they do better with what they have. I mean, there's been schools that have less money than Nebraska that have had better success on the football field. So it's like chicken and the egg. Which one comes first? The winning or the money? And you want both at the same time. But it's just a really somewhat messy, odd situation with all that here in Lincoln.
Jake Sorensen on tonight. His show's Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket, great local station in Lincoln. He's on X at 93.7. Jake Sorensen. Do we have any idea how much money Nebraska football has to pay players? Do you have any idea?
Well, I mean, you mentioned $30 to $40 million for those rosters. It's nowhere near that. I think Nebraska fans, if I just kind of spitballing from what I've heard, it's I don't know, in the 20s potentially. I don't quote me on that because I don't know. It's hard to know exactly where these dollars are at, but they don't have the money that the big guys have, but they do have enough to be competitive, and I'll stand by that. They're not by any means poor. They're not the most lush in terms of money, but they should be better on the field and have better players than what they've had. With what they've had. So I would guess in the 20s is my guess, somewhere mid to lower 20s.
Okay.
But, there's more available if they were to start winning at a certain degree.
Okay, let me ask you about the Big Ten proposal. The College Football Playoff Committee met today. These are the guys that decide what the playoff's going to look like. We're at 12 teams. SEC is thrown out. Let's go to 16. That's the SEC. The Big Ten has said they've endorsed 24. So hang on here. 12 to 24, that'd be doubling it. That'd be like the men's basketball tournament going to 140. So what do you think of Husker fans, and what's your perspective of college football fans if we have 24 teams in the playoff? What does that do to the regular season? Do people care?
You're going to have teams, Nate, that have certainly 3 losses, maybe 4 losses that make the playoff if you truly have a 24-team playoff. So I understand that this comes down to TV ratings and money and additional money for schools to allocate. I understand why the Big Ten wants it, and I understand playoff expansion in general, but I don't know. I thought 12 teams was pretty good. I liked the way it was. You had some blowouts in the first round at 12 teams. James Madison got beat down, and Tulane got beat down, and Miami, of course, was a great story, making the run, beating A&M and Ohio State and getting to the finals. That was awesome. I don't know if 16 to 24 teams is good for the sake of competitiveness. Like you said, what does that mean for the regular season? It means that you could have a clunker, which I guess is good if you have a bad game and make it, but also it shouldn't be that easy to make the playoff. It shouldn't be a team that potentially has 4 losses knocking on the door of the playoffs. So I hate it. I like 12 teams. I could do 16. I just, even though the Big Ten is thumping their chest with 3 straight titles, and of course winning the Big Ten Big Ten for the national championship in basketball, like they're proud. I just don't really like that way, even though it would be more successful and better for Nebraska's chances of making a playoff.
So it's interesting. It's basically your top 25 basically would then be the field. Essentially, right. You'd have a top 25 almost making the college football playoff. And I love college football. I think Saturdays are really, really fun. I do think they've been hit a little bit because Alabama can lose once or twice and still get in for sure. And then, as you said, then people could lose a lot. And then you wonder, what's that Michigan-Ohio State game really look like at the end of the year if they're both in for sure? That's interesting. I don't love it. Jake Sorensen on tonight. He's with 93.7 The Ticket out of Lincoln. Jake, always appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Nate. You bet.
Appreciate your time. Jake Sorensen from Lincoln talking Huskers, Big Ten, and Michael Jordan. Another one for Michael Jordan. We've asked the question of the day, do you have to at least consider LeBron James and his career as maybe better overall career than Michael Jordan? It took me a lot to type that out today. I couldn't do it. And then I finally did it. Took a lot. Can't hardly do it. Listener text coming in on that debate. Listener text, Michael Jordan was the original NBA global superstar, established using traditional media only. Watch The Last Dance. They documented it all right there. Yeah. So you could say Michael Jordan and his star power and his stardom by only traditional media, the newspapers, the radio, the TV. He's still a superstar today. Can you imagine social media, all of that stuff? So, interesting point. Interesting point. All right, speaking of superstar, so I'm going to do this next. There is a superstar in sports. Nobody's saying much about this player today. They should be talking about it a lot next.
This is the Nate Brown Show.
I didn't know anything about radon. I didn't know it's a gas you can't see or smell. I didn't know it's radioactive from decaying uranium deep underground. It can seep through cracks in your foundation and collect in your house. 1 in 15 homes have high levels, and you don't know if yours is one of them unless you have your home tested. And radon? Well, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in America. I wish I would have known that.
Call Blackburn Foundation Repair for radon testing and mitigation.
Mom, can we please go to Watiki Indoor Water Park Resort?
Watiki? What's so special about it?
Are you kidding? It's got slides, fountains, a lazy river, everything. And it's just a short drive to Rapid City. If we stay at one of the hotels, we get water park passes for free.
Wow, you really did your homework. Okay, what do you say we pack our swimsuits and hit Watiki this weekend?
Yes, best mom ever.
Unlock your adventure at WatikiWaterPark.com.
Get ready to swing into spring at Tin Lizzy Gaming Resort with grand prize drawings that will win you a different kind of green. We've teamed up with Elkhorn Ridge Golf Club to bring you grand prize drawings every Friday and Saturday night in April. We'll draw for free rounds of golf, and one lucky winner each night will win a couple's membership. Swing into spring and take your game to the next level. Exclusively at Tin Lizzy Gaming Resort in Deadwood.
Hey Black Hills, this is Scott Hanna.
And this is Adam Ray, and we have a full-service mechanical repair shop, Gateway Tire and Alignment, right here, right now.
We have top-of-the-line equipment with skilled and experienced expert mechanics.
Offering all services from oil changes starting at $49.95 to brakes, to free AC checks, diagnostics, engine work, even diesel.
We can get you in now. No more waiting for weeks to get your car in for service.
We're your one-stop shop for sales and service.
Visit us at 123 Omaha or go to GatewayAutoplex.com to book your appointment.
Gateway Sales and Service.
I'm Scott Hanna.
And I'm Adam Ray.
And nobody, I mean nobody,
beats a Gateway deal.
Here's your Fox Sports Rapid City forecast. A red flag warning continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Lows level off around 47. Tonight, under partly cloudy skies, westerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. A blend of clouds and sun again tomorrow. Chance for showers. Daytime highs approaching 59. A dusting of snow tomorrow night through Friday night. That's your forecast on the Black Hills Sports Station, Fox Sports Rapid City. Currently 88.
Hi, this is David Brenneman with Coldwell Banker, Black Hills Legacy in Rapid City. Have you thought about buying a home or real estate in the Black Hills? Maybe you want to upgrade to your forever home? I have been helping people in the Black Hills find the right home for nearly 20 years. When it comes to buying or selling, experience matters. Let me do the work and you can open the door to your new home. Say hello to a good buy with me, David Brenneman. To get started, just Google David Brenneman, Coldwell Banker.
Whether you're a pro or a Joe, a weekend warrior or a gardening great, Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is here when you need us. Nobody plans an injury, but when people throughout the Black Hills and beyond suffer a setback, Monument Health Orthopedics is here to provide comprehensive medical care. Our team of board-certified orthopedic surgeons and specialists is dedicated to helping patients regain the quality of life they've lost due to an injury, arthritis, or joint wear and tear. Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for everyday athletes like you.
From high school to college to the pros, from Rapid City to Sioux Falls, the Nate Brown Show is South Dakota's sports talk.
All right, welcome back in. The Nate Brown Show is on tonight. We are on KWSN, Fox Sports Sioux Falls, and Fox Sports Rapid City. Craig Mattick's coming up. Well, Craig, here we go. SDPB, longtime broadcaster out of Sioux Falls. Craig Mattick's in tonight, talking South Dakota sports this next hour. Chris Hansen's on for the first time. He's the Oregon Ducks beat writer out of Eugene, Oregon. Chris Hansen talking Big Ten, Oregon, and an unbelievable accomplishment for a South Dakota athlete. Chris Hansen covered it this past weekend. He's coming up from Eugene. The Nate Brown Show, our official outfitter is Trav's Outfitter. Because I've been there, man. I went through that store, talked to the manager. I'm looking at this. There's no store like it in South Dakota. Huge selection when it comes to work boots, Western boots. They're here to build a relationship, not just sell you a pair of boots. Their staff's excellent. If you're on your feet all day working, get it at Trav's Outfitter. New store, Campbell Street, Rapid City. TravsOutfitter.com. Best selection, best service, no BS. That's Trav's Outfitter, Campbell Street, Rapid City. Okay, so we're talking basketball tonight and the greatest to play, career and stuff. We talked this debate that's gone on and on and on. LeBron James had another nice game last night. 41 years old. That's the big headline. That's the big. We've seen LeBron forever. He's done a lot of unbelievable things. He's 41 and he's still taking it to guys. This is basketball, man. This isn't just standing around. So this is the real deal. And I thought I need to open my mind a little bit, maybe a little bit, to bring in LeBron into this discussion, but I just cannot displace Michael Jordan. So I asked the question of the day, should you consider LeBron James' career now, 41 years old and still going, is a better career overall than Michael Jordan? Our vote is saying no. Michael Jordan still has the best career. You tell me, 605-720-1067. And then we'll take it into this. Speaking of basketball, nobody is talking about this. I mean, people kind of just mentioned it a little bit, like, hey, this happened. Did you guys know this? This is a sport being transformed like you've never seen. I mean, I know people say we've never seen it before a lot these days, but this is a sport like it got changed like you've never, ever seen before. And they just kind of mentioned it in a headline in sports, and nobody wants to say it because everybody's scared. Oh, you can't just... players have been there in this league before, and there's a lot of good players, and there was a lot of good players that came before, and you don't want to put them down. Well, no, we just need to be honest and truthful here. What I'm discussing is, speaking of like greatest already for a league and a sport of women's basketball, is your Caitlin Clark. So what do I mean by this? Nobody's discussing it. Caitlin Clark is the sole person responsible for the WNBA now players making millions of dollars. They made hundreds of thousands. That was the maximum they could make, in the hundreds of thousands. And you had to play a long time. There's players that had to go overseas. We all know this, right? From way back in the day, Becky Hammond, whoever else went overseas just to try and make money. So the WNBA signed this new CBA, and people say, well, that was the players' union, and that was... Oh, okay. So Caitlin Clark has transformed the sport, and there's nobody giving her any credit over anything. And I see this headline today. All 44 of the Caitlin Clark games, there's 44 regular season games for the Indiana Fever, all 44 are going to be on national TV. I mean, you don't even have MLB, NBA teams on national TV every night. What I mean by that is major networks. Prime Video, ESPN, ABC, USA Network, CBS, Peacock, NBA TV. All 44. That's a new league record. Most nationally televised games in a single season, obviously. So she's on national TV every single game. She's gotten the league to now all of a sudden pay players millions of dollars. We're talking max contracts, $5 million in some of these deals. They never dreamed of that. And nobody's saying, well, this is because of Caitlin Clark. You have to just be honest sometimes in sports and not be worried about, well, this league's been coming along and it's been on the rise and it's been popular and stuff. Caitlin Clark changed it 2 years ago. End of story. And now she really changed it. So I just wanted to point that out tonight, just making sure everybody's aware. WNBA season starting. You have this nice event in Sioux Falls this weekend. Had Nate Tibbetts on the show last night. So WNBA is on the rise. Caitlin Clark is like the all-timer already. She's the all-timer already. Because we talk about Jordan changing the NBA, LeBron and his global stardom. Caitlin Clark for the WNBA. I never thought it was possible. 2 years ago, I go, I don't know. She's popular in college in Iowa. And yeah, I said the WNBA just has not been anything in the mainstream sports world. And now it's on TV every night. And now it's players getting paid millions, not 200,000. And there's only one player that did it. That was it. You could say, well, it was Caitlin Clark. I hope people discuss it because, man, it's overlooked. It has been overlooked. Coming right back with 5 questions from Chris. It is a Wednesday. Craig Mattick's coming up as well. Hang on.
This is South Dakota's Sports Talk.
There's nothing like it. Not for hundreds of miles in any direction. A gathering space for all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds. To share, to revel, to stand together and celebrate life's greatest moments.
We are number one. So you can always be their number one. Black Hills Surgical Hospital and Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center. The number one hospital in the nation for major orthopedic surgery.
At Renewal by Andersen, we handle everything from start to finish and beyond. We're your full-service custom replacement solution. Buy one acclaimed replacement window or ensemble entry door and get the second 40% off with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. Plus an extra 5% off the entire project if purchased on initial consultation. Don't wait. Call today or visit RBARapidCity.com to book your free estimate.
What do you call a place? It's one of Deadwood's largest casinos, but is it really a casino? Because you can't decide, should I play or eat or wait, there's a liquor-infused ice cream bar? I mean, you're playing craps one minute and the next you're looking at a charcuterie board? What even is that? Never mind the gunfight outside, you don't have time for that. You've got espressos to down and games to bet on and a pub with 48 whiskeys? What do you even call a place like that?
I didn't know anything about radon. I didn't know it's a gas you can't see or smell. I didn't know it's radioactive from decaying uranium deep underground. It can seep through cracks in your foundation and collect in your house. 1 in 15 homes have high levels, and you don't know if yours is one of them unless you have your home tested. And radon? Well, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in America. I wish I would have known that.
Call Blackburn Foundation Repair for radon testing and mitigation.
There are 1 billion credit card transactions around the world every day. That's 11,698 swipes a second. It's easy to forget that behind each one, there's a person, a family, a dream, a connection being made. The Black Hills Federal Credit Union Visa, for members who want to make the most of every transaction.
Claim windows and ensemble doors, only from Renewal by Andersen. Learn more at RBARapidCity.com.
One more time. This is the Nate Brown Show. From the biggest national names to the hottest stories across South Dakota. Welcome to the Nate Brown Show. Here's your host, Nate Brown.
It is South Dakota Sports Talk Show live, Fox Sports Radio. Hope you've had a great day. You're into your drive home, I hope. Thanks for being here. The Nate Brown Show is on KWSN, Fox Sports Sioux Falls, and Fox Sports Rapid City. Couple more places. Stream us on X right now at Nate Brown Show. Watch the show live on your phone. Follow us at Nate Brown Show, and then you've got us every weekday afternoon. Midwest Sports Plus, new high school sports streaming app. You can watch the show live on Midwest Sports Plus and the YouTube channel, The Nate Brown Show. Watch us on YouTube, and you've got the show live and archived on YouTube, The Nate Brown Show. Chris Hansen's coming up from Eugene, Oregon tonight, checking in with the Oregon Ducks beat writer. Huge accomplishment for a South Dakota athlete at Oregon. I want to dig into that more. He covered it this past weekend. Chris Hansen's coming up from Oregon. We'll get his read on the Big Ten and their 24-team college football playoff proposal. That's what the Big Ten's pushing, 24 teams. Craig Mattick's coming up as well. SDPB Sports live from Sioux Falls. A lot to discuss on the high school sports front. A lot of interesting topics out there when it comes to the athletic director's survey that just came out. Craig Mattick is in. SDPB Sports. If you want to be a part of the show, Barron's Wilson text lines, best way to do it when we're doing a segment, 605-720-1067. That's the number. It's the Barron's Wilson listener text line. Pizza Ranch studio hotline is there as well. Try and get you in the best we can on the Pizza Ranch studio hotline, powered by the Pizza Ranch. Stop by in Brandon at a great location, East 10th Street, Sioux Falls, home of everyone's favorite buffet. All right, it is a Wednesday, so let's go.
It's time for 5 questions from Chris on the Nate Brown Show.
5 questions from Chris, one of the all-timers. Chris is the GOAT. He is the GOAT of the Nate Brown Show. He gives me 5 questions. He knocks it down. 5 questions from Chris. Question number 1, Nate, the entire NBA is holding their breath because of the uncertainty of the Victor Wembanyama head injury last night against the Trailblazers. Can the Spurs survive and move on in the playoffs if Wemby can't make it back? I watched that last night, Chris. He slammed his head off the ground. That was rough. Can the Spurs win? Well, I watched the rest of that game. They had it. They blew it in the final minute and a half. They couldn't make any shots. Wemby is their guy. I mean, he scored 35 in the first game. Can they beat the Trailblazers without Wemby in this series? That I am not sure, Chris. I want to believe it. I'm not sure they can. The Blazers don't have any household names at all. It's going to be a bad deal if, like you said, the NBA corporate office, they want the Spurs to move on. I don't know if they can beat the Blazers if Wemby's out. If he comes back for a few, we're fine. Concussion protocol is underway for Wembanyama. Tough. Question number 2. New York Mets have now lost 12 in a row. Combined with the epic collapse of the Mets in the closing weeks of last season, do you think the Mets could be the first team to fire their manager? Or will the owner, Steve Cohen, have patience and hold on to the All-Star break? I don't know how fast they'll make changes there, but the Mets at that payroll and 12 straight now, what are they, 7-16? They lost to the Twins. They blew it last night. They were up in the 9th, and they blew it to the Twins. 12 straight losses. Are the Mets almost out of contention already? I don't know Steve Cohen, the rich owner. Is he just going to pull the plug early? He could. Will they be the first team to fire their manager? He could. Let's put it between the Royals, Phillies, and Mets. Who fires first? Keep an eye. There's my 3 candidates. Okay, Chris? There's my 3. Question number 3. 5 questions from Chris tonight. The NFL has billed the NFL draft as an event all unto itself. But when the draft doesn't contain marquee quarterbacks, there's not as much hype. Can there be anything done in terms of the draft to make it more compelling? Every year, is it just a victim of its own success and fans have to wait through the lean years? I think the draft, I had Brian Noe on tonight. He hosts Countdown to Kickoff, Fox Sports Radio. He said the draft's still going to be big tomorrow. And I do believe it was a great move by the NFL to take it off of Saturday and Sunday, move it to prime time. They went prime time Thursday night. There's nothing else going on. There's the NBA playoffs, so they're competing. So I think the draft's going to be okay. You say it's not great. It might not be outstanding this year with huge names. People love the NFL. They'll be dialed in, including you and myself. it's the NFL draft. It's going to have its place, and it's going to be big tomorrow. I still believe that. Question number 4. Nate, I know you like Fernando Mendoza a lot, but you aren't a big fan of Justin Herbert. What if I told you Mendoza is going to have a very similar career as Herbert? Would you still be a fan of Mendoza? Well, I think Herbert's had a nice career. Mendoza at that level would be, I think, good, Chris. So I think if you told me Mendoza's going to turn into Justin Herbert, I'd say that's pretty good. I think Justin Herbert's pretty good. I just know he can't beat teams when it counts. Like the Chiefs and like my Broncos now. Hey, it's the Chargers, Chris. It's not just Justin Herbert. It's the Chargers. You know what it is? Chargers are going to charger. Famous saying. You may have heard of it. Chargers are going to charger. And that's Justin Herbert. Mendoza and the Raiders are going to Raider, but if Mendoza takes them into the mix of the Chargers, I think that's successful. Question number 5. 5 questions from Chris. Which pro sports league in the U.S. should do the relegation system like they do in the English Premier League? This is interesting. So he's asking, like English Premier League, you can have like a team out of nowhere wins, and then if they don't win, they start getting knocked down. They get put down in this league, and then a lower tier, and then a lower tier. Which pro sports league, or which U.S. sport, yeah, that's what I should say, which U.S. sport should go soccer style, European soccer style, relegation and promotion? I've got it. Major League Baseball. I don't want to see this in college football. We already have the Power 4, the FBS, and would you like to see the college football teams, like if NDSU can't make it in the Mountain West, then they got to come back and play South Dakota State? That might be kind of funny. Hey, you tried it. You couldn't do it. Now you're going to have to play Northern Iowa again. Have fun. Indiana State. Have fun. That's not bad in college football. Major League Baseball. Why? I want to see these bad teams that are just garbage. Some of these terrible organizations, Pirates, some of these teams, Royals, when you can't hack it in Major League Baseball, Rockies, then you got to go to Billings, Montana, and you got to go to Sioux Falls. You got to play the Canaries. You got to play the Billings Mustangs. It's the Rockies against the Mustangs. Coming up, it's the Twins against the Sioux Falls Canaries. Let's start doing it. Relegation. You can't hack it. You're not spending money. Major League Baseball, you're going to get knocked down. You're going to have to go and play the Durham Bulls. 5 questions from Chris. Major League Baseball, move teams out of there. Chris, you know not enough of them are trying to win. 5 questions in the books. Craig Mattick talking South Dakota sports next.
This is South Dakota's Sports Talk Show.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, we help all kinds of people get into all kinds of vehicles with loans as unique as them. Trucks, cars, SUVs, we finance them all with local service and rates starting as low as 4.99% APR. That's right, 4.99%. Keep your loan local and find the one that fits you at bhfcu.com. Apply today online or text 605-718-1818 to get started. Offer subject to credit approval. BHFCU is member owned and insured by NCUA.
Could there be a better name? Auto Value Parts Stores. They aren't just about air fresheners or fuzzy dice. Auto Value Parts Stores are all about parts, auto parts, and advice. Pros who know auto parts with tons of tips when you need them the most. You want real value? Don't go to a place with a cute name. Go to Auto Value. Could there be a better name? I didn't think so. Your Auto Value Parts Store. We've got the parts, we've got the smarts.
The Honda Certified Dream Deal sales event is on at Denny Menno Rushmore Honda. Get financing as low as 0.99% APR on Honda Certified Pre-Owned Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and Passports. Plus, shop a lot full of used imports and domestics. Virtually any make or model, including a great selection of all-wheel drive and 4x4 trucks and SUVs. See us at Denny Menno Rushmore Honda or RushmoreHonda.com. Length of finance contract is limited with qualified credit, expires 4/30/26.
It's the Big 24 at Cadillac Jack's Gaming Resort. We're celebrating 24 years with an April packed with chances to win big. Every Friday and Saturday from 8 p.m. till midnight, we're giving away a share of over $50,000 in cash and prizes. Be here for drawings twice each hour with growing prizes as the night goes on, including 5 chances to win $1,000 from 10 p.m. till midnight. Come be a part of our 24th anniversary at Cadillac Jack's Gaming Resort in Deadwood. How will your night play out?
Here's your Fox Sports Rapid City forecast. A red flag warning continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Lows level off around 47. Tonight, under partly cloudy skies, westerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. A blend of clouds and sun again tomorrow. Chance for showers. Daytime highs approaching 59. A dusting of snow tomorrow night through Friday night. That's your forecast on the Black Hills Sports Station, Fox Sports Rapid City. Right now, 86.
Everybody knows to have success on the court, your team needs the right strategy. And it's no different with life insurance. Your team at home is counting on you to have a strategy when things get tough. Lee Cruz, agent with New York Life Insurance Company, is ready to help you make sure the most important people in your life are protected. Get a no-obligation, free quote fast. Just Google Lee Cruz New York Life. Don't risk it. Make the right play. Give your family financial comfort with life insurance. Get your coverage options with Lee Cruz New York Life, 605-360-8804. Google Lee Cruz New York Life.
Doesn't matter where your ride's from. At Al's D&I, we baby them, every single one. Got a ride from across the pond? No worries. Let the ASE certified pros at Al's D&I pamper your pride and joy. Foreign or domestic, maintenance or repair. Doesn't matter if it requires special parts or tools or if its owner's manual is in another language. At Al's D&I, we don't care where your ride's from, but we do take great care to treat your ride like it is our own. Drive on in to Al's D&I, Sturgis Road, and online at alsdniautorepair.com.
Your sports, your show. From East River to West River, this is South Dakota's sports talk show, The Nate Brown Show.
Welcome in. South Dakota Sports Talk Show is live on Fox Sports Radio across the state. The Nate Brown Show with Craig Mattick joining us every week. We try. Sometimes he's announcing baseball games. Sometimes he's getting ready for the Vikings draft. He's busy. Craig Mattick's with SDPB, longtime Sioux Falls broadcaster. East River meets West River on KWSN, Fox Sports Sioux Falls, and Fox Sports Rapid City. Craig, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Nice hot day to enjoy getting ready for summer, and then we get to fall, and that means the NFL. So,
I know.
Either, no matter what happens, we're always pointing ourselves to the NFL.
Yes, you are, and you're pointing yourselves to a great Viking season. So Vikings pick tomorrow night. They pick tomorrow night. I don't know. People are saying they're going to get a safety, like a safety out of Oregon or something. What do you say?
Yeah, I hear that too. It takes safeties and corners 2 to 3 years to develop in the NFL. So that's why I'm always nervous about getting a rookie, because it takes time for them to learn. And, the Vikings don't have Harrison Smith anymore. You would think if they want to go for a safety, you get it when you got Harrison there for them to learn the ropes. But we'll see. There's a reason why I'm not the one choosing tomorrow night. Yeah, I'll sit back and enjoy the festivities, though.
Okay. Are you ready for Kyler Murray? I've started it. The Kyler Murray fan club, South Dakota chapter. I'm the vice president. Do you want to be the president?
No. How about if I'm just standing on the sidelines and waiting to see what happens? I'm not convinced that he's the guy. But, after he throws his first touchdown, I'll be all in.
All right. You are a season ticket holder for the Minnesota Vikings.
It was just like Brett Favre. I couldn't handle Brett Favre until he threw his first pass and it was complete. And then I was all in on Brett Favre when he was a Viking.
And he almost took you to, anyway.
I know.
I remember that. I'm all in, so I'm still trying to find the president of the Kyler Murray fan club. We still have an opening. The board hasn't decided who wants to take that spot. I'll be the VP right now. Okay, let's get some high school sports stuff. Some interesting stuff out. I want your read on this. AD's got a survey. They were asked about the success factor and opt-down system that this subcommittee researched. So we actually looked at it, had some meetings, and they looked at Idaho and what they do and Wisconsin and what they do, and the survey was sent out. Athletic directors, would your school support a success factor? 65% unlikely to support.
Ouch.
Why?
Ouch.
Why?
Ouch. Almost 80% said no or just drop it. Almost 80%.
Okay.
I know that. I mean that. You and I have been talking about this for the last year or so. I know you're big into having the success factor. I'm teetering. I certainly didn't like the idea of enrollment. It was roster size.
Okay, roster size.
But
yep.
I just don't think there's enough evidence that everyone was supportive and thought it was a good idea. This, I think, has just gone ahead and buried it.
What?
For a very, very long time.
It's buried, but then the number one vote getter, what's the top issue facing the Activities Association? You know what it was? Number one vote getter, classification. Classification structures. Yeah. So, I mean, come on, what we're whining about it, but then we don't want to do anything?
Well, they may do something else that determines classification, but they don't like and don't want whether you win or lose being one of those factors that will determine what classification will be.
Oh, I thought, dude, certain teams that win a lot, they want them to move up in class is what I've heard, but only certain teams, not others. So, by the way, you know that. By the way, I do want to say they are looking at this. They say they might move this forward, but you think it is dead. You think the success factor is dead for now, and we're only going to use enrollment? Enrollment's still the answer?
Yeah, I think it is. That's the way it has been for how many years? And it's basically how many 9th graders, 10th graders, and 11th graders you have in your school, and they count them every 2 years, and then the numbers determine the classification you're in. I think that is where it's going to go for a long time down the road.
Okay, last one on, is this dead? The SODAC 32 for volleyball was voted on at the meeting by ADs. They actually voted on it. 61% of Class B against it, 65% of Class A against it. Is the SODAC 32 dead? Is it dead?
Thank you. Yes, it is. I'm so glad. I was putting it on the calendar, the 1 versus 32 seed. I was waiting for that one so I could go see it. Too many. We have too many already that are making the top 16 is almost, in Class A and B is okay, not in Double A. I would do top 8. That's it.
Wow.
For determining the state tournament.
Wow, you'd even cut that back. Okay.
Yeah.
One more. I've got a discussion I'm going to have tomorrow. Somebody sent in a message and said, you know what needs to be talked about? I know all these topics are talked about, and here's what needs to be discussed and live on is sanctioning high school baseball. Should that go to a vote of ADs directly? I mean, that's my question, Craig. Vote of ADs directly. Do you want to sanction high school baseball?
Well, if there's going to be sanctioned baseball, the ADs have to approve it. Remember, any of the new laws or additions or subtractions has to come from the rank and file. And so everybody's got their own advisory committee. Every sport has their advisory committee. Maybe they put an advisory committee together for baseball, but then yet whatever they approve must be approved by the athletic directors. And if they do it, then it moves on to the board of directors of the Activities Association. So, again, I'm at the point where it all comes down to Legion Baseball. If Legion Baseball is all for it and they can put a good proposal together where Legion Baseball and high school baseball can live together like cats and dogs, it's not going to happen. And I just don't think Legion Baseball is that happy with having high school baseball being sanctioned.
Okay, you think Legion Baseball can stop it? I mean, the High School Activity Association can do whatever they want. Legion Baseball can't stop it.
Legion Baseball can determine the players that go out for baseball.
Ah.
I mean, it's been done in a number of cities, if I want to mention any of those, where certain Legion programs will determine what players are going to play for them. And, in fact, they can't even practice football in the fall. If they're in the playoffs, they can't go on vacations with their families. They're all in or not in. You know what I mean?
Very interesting. Craig Mattick's on tonight. SDPB Sports. Follow him on X if you're there at Craig Mattick. What do you think of Nate Tibbetts? I had him on the show yesterday. He's coming back to South Dakota. He hasn't been on a sideline in South Dakota for a long time. Phoenix Mercury and Chicago Sky preseason game Saturday. First WNBA game in the state ever. What do you think about the awesome. WNBA?
Well, I've known Nate a long time. I knew Nate when he was a high schooler there at Roosevelt, and knew him, of course, when he was the coach of the Sioux Falls Sky Force, and then went into the NBA. You know, I had Nate on my podcast, In Play, here, 3-4 years ago. The Tibbetts name is great. Nate is wonderful. He's a great guy doing great things for the WNBA. I still wonder, though, there's got to be a spot for him in the NBA coming up down the road. You would think so. The success that he's having, you got to think there is somewhere in the NBA that's going to take Nate Tibbetts.
How important are events like this one this weekend, Craig, for the sports community in Sioux Falls? Is this a lesson for Rapid City to try and do more of events like this? Sanford's big on this. They support it. It's hard to get these done, but it seems like Sioux Falls does. How big is it?
Well, you got to have the corporate support, and Sanford has been that corporate support. I mean, they've brought Big Ten basketball. They brought Nebraska in for volleyball here just a couple of weeks ago. Now they're bringing the WNBA. That does not happen if you don't have corporate support. And Rapid City, that's what you need. You got to have the corporate support. I know they've tried to bring Big Ten, not Big Ten basketball, but Division I basketball to Rapid City. But if you want some big things to happen, you got to have some corporate support behind it.
Craig Mattick on tonight is waiting his Vikings draft and your Vikings draft tomorrow.
Did they trade anybody yet?
Not yet.
They haven't traded yet. Okay, all right.
Hang tight.
I'm watching the wires.
Pass
see if there's
along
any trade possibilities.
Pass along my opening for the president of the Kyler Murray fan club for South Dakota. It is open. Craig, I appreciate you. Thanks.
All right, Nate. Take care.
See ya. Craig Mattick on. His podcast is In Play from SDPB Sports. Craig Mattick, he won't take the spot? I mean, that's ridiculous. I'm the vice president of the Kyler Murray fan club here in South Dakota, and I've got an opening for president, and Craig Mattick was my choice. Vikings season ticket holder, longtime supporter, doesn't take himself too serious. He's going to run the fan club really good, and he doesn't want it. Is there anybody that wants it here in South Dakota? President of the Kyler Murray fan club. You could be early. You could be in on this early. We could have watch parties when the Vikings make their run to the playoffs through the NFC North. We could have pizza parties. We're known for pizza parties. So we have a lot of fun with this. You tell me if you want to be the president of the Kyler Murray fan club. I'm the VP. I'll put you in as president tonight. You tell me. It's open right now. Matt Kearney is an ex officio member. He's just a party that's watching how this works. He's just waiting to see, because he's already the vice president of the Bo Nix fan club in South Dakota. He started that on draft night a few years ago. So he can't be both. He can't be both. Let's see. Chris Hansen's waiting in the wings. First time on the show from Oregon. He's the Oregon Ducks beat writer, and a huge accomplishment for a South Dakota athlete. This is big time. Chris Hansen covered it. He'll explain and join us next.
This is the Nate Brown.
There's nothing like it. not for hundreds of miles in any direction. A gathering space for all kinds of people from all kinds of backgrounds. To share, to revel, to stand together and celebrate life's greatest moments.
We are number one, so you can always be their number one. Black Hills Surgical Hospital and Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center. The number one hospital in the nation for major orthopedic surgery.
At Renewal by Andersen, we handle everything from start to finish and beyond. We are your full-service custom replacement solution. Buy one claim replacement window or ensemble entry door and get the second 40% off with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. Plus an extra 5% off the entire project if purchased on initial consultation. Don't wait. Call today or visit RBARapidCity.com to book your free estimate.
What do you call a place? It's one of Deadwood's largest casinos, but is it really a casino? Because you can't decide, should I play or eat or wait? There's a liquor-infused ice cream bar? I mean, you're playing craps one minute, and the next you're looking at a charcuterie board? What even is that? Never mind the gunfight outside, you don't have time for that. You've got espressos to down and games to bet on and a pub with 48 whiskeys? What do you even call a place like that?
I didn't know anything about radon. I didn't know it's a gas you can't see or smell. I didn't know it's radioactive from decaying uranium deep underground. It can seep through cracks in your foundation and collect in your house. 1 in 15 homes have high levels, and you don't know if yours is one of them unless you have your home tested. And radon? Well, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in America. I wish I would have known that.
Call Blackburn Foundation Repair for radon testing and mitigation.
Are there as many kinds of vehicles as there are kinds of people? We think so. At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, we help all kinds of people come together with all kinds of vehicles. With loans made to fit everyone and every ride.
X. Follow us and watch the show live at Nate Brown Show.
All right, welcome back in. Good stuff tonight. Good tunes, good South Dakota Sports Talk. It is South Dakota Sports Talk show across the state. Fox Sports Rapid City. We're live. Welcome in the Black Hills in western South Dakota. Also, thanks for checking in on KWSN Fox Sports Sioux Falls throughout eastern South Dakota. The Nate Brown Show is on tonight. We had Brian Noe from Fox Sports Radio talking draft and more NFL draft. First round tomorrow night. Craig Mattick just joined us from South Dakota Public Broadcasting talking South Dakota sports. And I featured this last night because I think you gotta really see what we're dealing with here. This is a big-time accomplishment for a South Dakota athlete. Rapid City Stevens High School. He's a state champion record holder in South Dakota. Now he's a college record holder all-time in the 1500 for the men's. Simeon Birnbaum. What a track career he's had, and now he's at Oregon. He set the fastest 1500 time in history of college. Chris Hansen covers it. Oregon Ducks, registerguard.com. He's out of Eugene. He's here on the Nate Brown Show for the first time, talking ducks, Birnbaum, and more. Chris, welcome in. How are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, Nate.
Always
happy to talk track.
I love it. So it's like sports radio, like track. It doesn't get highlighted enough. So I said, we got to do this because I've followed Simeon's career for a long time. We know that in Rapid City, and everybody in South Dakota saw him just blaze in South Dakota and set records and win events and the whole thing. Doing it at the college level, Big Ten, Oregon, and then nationally is another level. So you give me a perspective. There were some injuries here, and now it seems like he's back. Where do you think Simeon Birnbaum's at right now in this program?
Just scratching the surface. He has put together a really impressive winter of indoor track and so far early spring of outdoor track. And, the big meets are still ahead for him this year and going into next year, which will be his senior season. And it's just seeing him healthy for a full year straight and seeing him in year 3 of his training program at the University of Oregon. You're starting to see all that talent come out that you kind of expected when he showed up at Oregon. Like you were just saying, he was so successful as a high school kid. And it took a little bit in college. He had some highlights in the first 2 years, but you're starting to see it all come together right now, and you feel like it's just the beginning for him.
So he set a record, all-time 1,500 in men's college track, an all-time college record this past weekend. You covered it. So I read your story, registerguard.com, talking to Chris Hansen, covered Simeon Birnbaum setting the record this past week. I read the story. I thought this was interesting, and I'm not a track expert. Like, he had to talk to his coach, and his coach was like, well, if you want to go, I guess we can do it today. It was almost like, what does that mean? So their strategy with meets and weather and body. What did you take away?
Yeah. Well, the more usual path for an athlete of his caliber is you want to kind of build your peak. So come mid-May at the conference championship meet and come early June at the NCAA meet, and also building towards the USA track and field championships later in the summer, right? You want to be building towards that. So you're not always at your most fit in mid-April. But Simeon has a unique perspective in that, he just believes that those championship races at conference and at nationals are more tactical and less of an opportunity to just run fast and more of a race where you really have to be mentally prepared to maneuver your way through it. So he went up to his coach, Jerry Schumacher, and was like, well, why not now? How about now? And then we don't worry about trying to run fast the rest of the year. And it took his coach a couple days to sleep on it, he said, before he finally was like, well, let's give it a swing. And you saw the results.
So here's the big question. Chris Hansen joining us. He's from Eugene. The Register Guard covers the Ducks across the board and covers track extensively as well. People are wondering, and I threw this out a while ago, I'm like, when you see his talent and you saw him at some of these huge Nike races nationally in high school, you said, wait, this guy, if he stays on this path where everybody throws around, this is Olympic stuff. Is that being
100%.
thrown around?
Yeah, 100%. The thing is, though, his race, the 1,500 meters, is crazy competitive in the U.S. right now. The Olympic champion is Cole Hawker, who also he didn't win the 1,500 meters last year at World Championships, but he did win the 5K. And so you have one of the greatest runners in the world is from the U.S., and then you have, just a bunch of young people who are just running super fast right now. Simeon's record that he broke is the third time that record has been broken in the last 15 months. Right? So there is the quality of competition is really high, but Simeon is right there at the top of that group.
I don't want to put the cart before the horse, and I know he's trying to win the national championship, the whole thing. He's got the record, but 2028 Olympics, is that something that's feasible?
Yeah, well, absolutely. And also it's something that I would imagine he's gearing his training for already right now. Right? He's already looking ahead to that, and they're already cultivating a plan to get him there.
So
that's...
You tell me what that takes, because some people think about, well, what do you have to get? What do you have to qualify? People, I don't think, you mentioned Cole Hawker, some of these guys we see in the Olympics. How hard is it to get in that category in the Olympics?
Immensely hard, because you have to qualify, right? Which means you have to compete well on the day at the U.S. Track and Field Championships. They'll be running 3 heats or 3 rounds of the 1500, and you got to navigate that process and then finish top 3 in the championship race. And there's always people who make it that you didn't think would, and there's always people that didn't make it that you were certain would. And it's a very difficult process and a very difficult challenge, and also staying healthy between now and that time. You don't want any setbacks over the next year and a half as you kind of gear up towards that.
Okay, so Simeon Birnbaum set the all-time record in college in the 1500, 3:31.69, blew past the previous mark just in March 2025. So now, what's on tap here? What do we expect from Simeon Birnbaum the rest of this spring season?
Big Ten Track and Field Championships are later next month, and he's already, my memory serves me here right, he won Big Ten championships in the 3K, 3,000 and the 5,000 indoors, and he's the reigning 5,000 meter champion at the Big Ten's outdoors, right? So he's probably gearing up for a 1,500, 5,000 double, and then come NCAA's. And that's back at Hayward Field, back in Eugene, right? So he'll be running on his home track, and I imagine he's got big plans to get some hardware at that meet.
Chris Hansen covering it. Simeon Birnbaum trying to become a national champion. He's got the national record in college track for the 1,500 just this past weekend. Oregon Ducks writer for the Eugene Register Guard, Chris Hansen, on tonight. Quick football question while I have you, Chris. Quick football.
Yes. Yeah, hit me up.
Dante Moore's back, and then Dylan Raiola goes to Oregon.
Yeah.
So a lot of people around here are Husker fans. They're like, they followed Raiola. That's going to be an interesting dynamic. Dante Moore's the guy, and then Raiola's just waiting to be the guy. How does that work out?
We have had one opportunity to talk to Dylan this spring, and he just addressed that he was willing to sit and wait his turn. And so I'm going to take him at his word on that. But for a guy who started for 2 full seasons, or not full seasons, he got hurt last year, but for 2 seasons and played at a high level, it will be interesting to see. But maybe he looked at the Dante Moore path from 2 years ago when he came and sat for a year behind Dylan Gabriel after starting at UCLA, and was like, I'm just going to learn and figure this out, and then wait for my opportunity. We'll see. I would imagine he's going to try to challenge for Dante's job this offseason and in the fall camp, but Dante Morris feels like he's got a pretty good lock on that. So
how about Dante?
I'm not sure we'll be seeing much of Dylan.
Where are we going to be seeing Dante Moore a year from now? The NFL draft is tomorrow night. Where does Dante Moore go? Where does he go in the draft next year, a year from now?
Well, if he stays healthy, I would imagine he's going to go number 1 overall. There was already that projection for him this year. There was talk of that, right? And, that was a little surprising to me. I wasn't sure if he had the type of season that you would need for a number 1 overall pick. But, so if he improves and is healthy at this point next year, I don't see why he's not number 1 overall. Although, how many of us would have predicted Fernando Mendoza would be number 1 overall right now?
I do. Yeah, I agree with that. I absolutely agree. Covers the Big Ten, covers the Ducks, and the Simeon Birnbaum career out of Rapid City Stevens, and now a national record holder in college track in the 1500. Registerguard.com for the work if you want to continue following him. Chris Hansen on tonight from Eugene. Thanks for coming on, Chris. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Nate. Appreciate it.
Appreciate your time. Chris Hansen on South Dakota Sports Talk Show from the Eugene Register Guard, talking Simeon Birnbaum. Massive accomplishment already at Oregon Track. RegisterGuard.com. Who's hot and who's not is next.
This is South Dakota's Sports Talk Show.
I didn't know anything about radon. I didn't know it's a gas you can't see or smell. I didn't know it's radioactive from decaying uranium deep underground. It can seep through cracks in your foundation and collect in your house. 1 in 15 homes have high levels, and you don't know if yours is one of them unless you have your home tested. And radon? Well, radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer in America. I wish I would have known that.
Call Blackburn Foundation Repair for radon testing and mitigation.
At Dakota Bank, we're more than just a place to bank. We're your neighbors. From everyday banking to home mortgages, insurance, and trust services, we're here for every step of your financial journey. We believe in doing what's right for you because we live here, work here, and care about our communities just like you do. Go with confidence, go with trust, go with Dakota Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Insurance and investment products are not FDIC insured, may lose value, and have no bank guarantee.
Spring has arrived, and the road is calling at Spearfish GMC Cadillac. Right now, drive home a brand new Sierra 1500 and save up to $7,250, or choose 0% financing for well-qualified buyers. Need more power? New Sierra HDs start at just $50,130. And just announced, get $750 bonus cash on the all-new GMC Acadia with over 16 to choose from. This season, upgrade your drive and hit the road in style. Shop anytime at SpearfishMotors.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Here's your Fox Sports Rapid City forecast. A red flag warning continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Lows level off around 47. Tonight, under partly cloudy skies, westerly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. A blend of clouds and sun again tomorrow. Chance for showers. Daytime highs approaching 59. A dusting of snow tomorrow night through Friday night. That's your forecast on the Black Hills Sports Station, Fox Sports Rapid City. Right now, 86.
Hi, this is Jeremy with Jerry's Cakes and Donuts, inviting you to kickstart your morning by dropping by and grabbing some fresh donuts. I want to thank you for voting us the best in the Black Hills. We're up early making your favorite donuts, so stop by and bring some to the office. Everybody loves Jerry's Cakes and Donuts, and we love you, so stop by, get a great selection, and brighten up your day. Serving Rapid City for over 40 years, Jerry's Cakes and Donuts at 109 East Omaha, and remember to like Jerry's on Facebook for some great giveaways.
If you're in the market for a vehicle right now, you probably have noticed it's sometimes hard to find the right one. That's where Summit Automotive Group steps in. Stacy and Matt and their staff working hard to get a great selection of pre-owned vehicles at affordable prices. At Summit Automotive, they have a different outlook on selling you a vehicle. You'll experience stress-free shopping, friendly, honest service with no high-pressure sales gimmicks. Before you buy, drop by East Highway 44, SummitAutoGRP.com.
Ready to be part of something big? Meet the Rapid City Sports Commission, the powerhouse behind sports in Rapid City. The commission focuses on bringing regional and national tournaments, supporting homegrown events, and creating opportunities for our kids. But it's not just games, it's a win-win for all of us. Youth sports fuel our economy. Hosting events in Rapid City means out-of-town families shop, dine, and stay with us, which boosts sales tax revenues too. To get in on the action, visit rcsportscommission.com, where we're all about the hustle.
From high school to college to the pros, from Rapid City to Sioux Falls, the Nate Brown Show is South Dakota's Sports Talk.
All right, great Wednesday show. Thanks for being a part of it. Who's hot and who's not tonight? Brought to you by the Pizza Ranch every night. Pizza Ranch, 2 locations, East River, East 10th Street, Sioux Falls. Drop by this week. Brandon location as well. Great Fun Zone arcade for the kids. You got bounce houses. I mean, they got good stuff. Home of everyone's favorite buffet. Stop by the Pizza Ranch. Who's hot and who's not on the Nate Brown Show? In my Who's Hot, it's got to be South Dakota's own Kalen DeBoer. He just got his contract extension today. They voted on it. They approved it. 7 years, up to $12.5 million a year. That's a bump of $2 million from what he was set to make this year. A $2 million raise. The economy going good for Kalen DeBoer. $12.5 million a year, 7-year extension. In our Pizza Ranch Who's Not category, NCAA data's out today, so the draft is tomorrow. How many high school football players make the NFL? How many high school football players make the NFL? 1 in 4,000. 1 in 4,000. How many high school football players even play NCAA college football at any level? D3, D2, D1. 8.1%. Just remember that. Remember that. High school football is great. It's great. Not everybody's going college. What do you mean? 8.1% NCAA, and 1 in 4,000 will make the NFL. Hey, we're back tomorrow, draft night. We're ready to go on the Nate Brown Show. Thanks for listening to South Dakota Sports Talk Show. Great guest lineup. We'll put it up right now as the podcast going up. See you back here tomorrow.
The following radio ad is Good Fun Squad approved.
My name is Jenny, and I'm the lady at the South Dakota